The Cypher is kind of a way to like find yourself as an artist, as an MC, and you know what I mean, just kind of test different things out, bounce energies off of other cats, like really learn and like kind of sharpen your performance skills, you know what I mean?
This is the Cypher, and everything in between. This is the bridge and gap between dreams and reality.
I think most people, when they say Cypher, they're talking about a circle and people participating in the activities, whether they're dancing or whether they're MCing primarily. I think that's not unique to hip-hop. That's just something that's been going on for a long time. If you look at the circle, it represents completion, it represents wholeness.
It's never breaking. Think sometimes I be scaring the natives on these North Berkeley streets, figuring this hip-hop. I stutter and I stammer, but you know this. Drop like pigeons unexpectedly. They stressing he be the DAC in the flow so free. Start to get the groove, you know how we do. Oh, don't know what I'm saying, so I guess I just move. And we got to bounce the band, understand that.
I find that in many situations where people form the circle so they can look at one another, they can vibe off one another, feel one another's energy. You get a sense of community. Because if you have that circle, it's all shared activity.
I think it's time to raise a vibration. I think it's time to have concentration. I think it's time to raise a vibration. I think it's time to have concentration. We on the go and yo, we on the roll.
The Cypher is the foundation. It represents the circle, 360 degrees of completion. It's the beginning of all music. It's from the soul. It is completely spontaneous. And that's your God place, and that's where hip-hop comes from.
Fire, water, and you know that ain't oh. We on the streets, and you know we real cool. You know we freestyle, this is what we do. You know we rhyme, and you know we flow. You know we rewind back and come again, yo. You know we rhyme, and yo, you know we flow. You know we freestyle, and you know we just and let it go. Or should I say let it back? Never coming with the wick whack. Always keep my shit intact cause I'm flowing. Transitionary stage growing. It feels hella hard, but deep inside I'm knowing that I'm gon' make it. Or should I say I already did. Everybody want to try to get up in my head, so I keep it positive, keep it grounded, keep it centered. Gotta have a daughter, so you know I got to be a winner. Or should I say a good mother with my life. Everybody want to straight come with the stripe, so we freestyle and we freestyle. And yeah, I'm the only female, but you better know. So how we come and yo, how we get in. Everybody want to Cypher acting like they gon' win. How we can we get a soul clap? Can we raise the vibration? Can we put them on the map? Can we just go? I don't care if we can't hear the beat. The GJ's going in there, but I'm on the street. And so I'm about to keep going. About to raise the vibration. About to keep them always knowing. Can we get the
sector? We're gonna come through and just start to reflect. Mine are like a lighter that just want dissect the flame inside the spliff that you just resurrect. The highest state of God. It be what the guardian inside of you that's watching. We be the soldiers marching.
Well, to me, I would say the hip-hop Cypher, or the Cypher in general in life, is important because the Cypher is 360 degrees. It's a circle. So anytime you can get together with a group of individuals and get together in a circle, it's an ancestral, tribal, like an ancient ritual.
Basically, it's, you know, the transference of energy. You know, we all building off of one another. It's just good to let out the frustration.
It's like your own, it's like the hood's own self-help group, you know what I mean? Like you don't go to AA meeting, you go into a circle and you kind of just let everything out. It's a very supportive place. You know, it's not, it's like a real version of what like MySpace is or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because it's real people that you share this thing in common with, and you're enclosed in by the circle and these ideas and energy that you pick up and bounce back with them. And it's one of the most healing processes you could do with no type of help, no type of anything. just going in and out, you walk out refreshed. I mean, I do. I don't walk out till I'm done with it, you know what I mean? It's hard for me to conversate or even to show any social effect or even any emotion, but when I hold it down, I know I'm one of the dopest since back in the days when I only had a brush in the mirror to be able to say it and try to bust. Never would I imagine that I'd be on TV, that I'd be on record, that y'all would try to tape me, just another person inside of himself, not finding, wondering at what point did I find the science that apply for me to be in the position I am from the time I was a child to the time I'm a man, from 88 when it was De La Soul and Easy-E. Now I feel like the kids in the community need me in the same way that I needed them when I was younger. Try to bring out what it is and remain to have hunger. This is humble, broken down between no dollar signs, trying to find my own what it is, but it's hard to try to be in this position.
Cypher is like where hip hop started. You go back to the Bronx, you know, you go back to Brooklyn, and you know, some of them B-boys and some of those DJs, they were just going to the park, setting up the tables, you know, and people in the community was coming out, you know, as an alternative to gangbang, you know what I mean? And that's where it all started, you know what I mean? The community, bringing the community together to cypher and like build on each other's skills.
Hip hop is a reflection of where the community is at. People blame hip hop and don't blame or don't see that it's only a reflection of what's really going on with us. You know what I'm saying? Negative and good. And so when you have when we have a cypher, somebody will step in, but if they get in the cypher and they talking on like, you know, kill a bitch, sell crack, and they hear what we doing, they hear, I watch folks feel that that's out of place, and they fall in line with where we at. One, two, Ice like Fries KD. Best part when the beatbox flows, can't hide in the dark, in the party I glow.
Every day, scared of gangs, like you scared of change, scared of banging for claiming what you want to aim, but like it was American Indian movement, I take it back for improvement our communities needing. And while you slaving in the streets, we just bleeding over beats. And my name is Vasco D, and I got that heat. When my man see our cuts, it's indigenous, stepping to us, we gonna redeem this.
Inspire and they give me the desire, and inside they light a fire, and I'm ready to retire. But before I do, I gotta.
Freestyling in a circle with a bunch of rappers is crucial to hip hop. I'm an instrument, you know, so whatever comes out of me is coming out of my spirit. Music is a capturing of sound. We make sound as human beings, and we were the first instrument, you know, so it's like, rapping is nothing different. It's drumming to a beat in my head or to a beat coming through a speaker or a drum, you know, so when you do music, in my culture and tradition, I look back at a Latino culture or like an indigenous culture, let's say the Mayans or the Aztec. Music was always a way of transcending, you know what I'm saying, and like crossing over or finding yourself within, like, you know, kind of going into a meditation or a meditative state, you know. So music is a beautiful thing, you know what I'm saying? It's like my religion, you know what I mean? It's like it's the rules of life that I live by.
Look at how I do it when I come ill. I come to bring this life and not kill. Everybody knows when I'm done, they feel chill. Ooh.
My perspective is that this hip hop is a contemporary development or expression of, I'm gonna use an academic term, but then I'm gonna break it down, African diasporic discursive practice. What that means is Africans, people who are part or self-identified, however that may be, with the African diaspora, be it African descendants in America, aka African Americans, or just black folks here, black folks there. In order to be a collective, you have to have a collective identity, and hip hop helps us to have a collective identity. Another thing you need to have is, if you're going to be a community, you need to be able to talk to one another. You need to be able to communicate, and hip hop gives us a common language or common art or common culture to communicate with one another.
These days, I think the problem that we face is our imagination is privatized. You know, it's the kind of thing where even our hip-hop imagination has been privatized in a lot of ways. It's hard for people to feel like hip-hop is theirs anymore.
know, being an MC, I think, was just a birthright, mastering a ceremony, because there was hundreds of rappers. I say even in our clique, everybody was a rapper. All 15, 16 of us was rappers. But to be an MC meant you were mastering that ceremony. It meant that people were following your direction and following your lead. So it's a difference between just merely being a rapper, a poet, a person of words that's just spewing words, and being an MC. An MC actually engages, you know. A rapper might just sit up there and talk. A circle is ancient. That's an ancient formation. And we did that out of relative obscurity. We little kids. We not looking in no book and, you know, looking on a video to see how it's done. It was like, this is 79, 80, 81, 82. We're creating this culture just because it was already in us. Music is magic. You can't see music. You know what I mean? That's like we sit here and spend all this time dealing with the music. And music is a spirit in itself. You can't see it. You know, you can feel it. You can hear it. But you can't see it.
We in the darkness, who can spark this? I'll be the microphone. You never seen an artist. Paint with picture words at the same time. Listen to the beat and the words and the rhyme. Times and the times are relevant. Listen to the bust the bars right up off the television. Hey, all this is young black ego. Male from the Wego, male from the Reno. That be my line, so divine. New Orleans, Louisiana on my mind. Think about the Mardi Gras Indians. Here they come, feeling the drum.
It's very important that we embrace hip-hop. I mean, first of all, we grew up on it. So it's part of, you know, who we are, how we express ourselves. Second of all, it's important to continue it, to keep it accessible, to have the DJs in here every weekend, you know, on the regular, to keep the youth around us. We have to close this fake generation gap and, you know, and keep the youngsters close to us. It's critical to our future.
Yeah, C-Mass, Figo, Basic, doing big things on the big tune, you dig?
You an MC or whatever, you got freestyle.
Yeah, and if you don't freestyle, like, just put yourself to the challenge because it's a way to exercise your mind. And it also makes you a better MC because sometimes when you just freestyling, thoughts come to mind that wouldn't even come to mind when you're writing something.
Everybody in here has a point about artists that can't freestyle or whatever. Just to try it. Even if you mess up, if you stumble on some words, just get back up on it and just, you know. It's also for fun too. It's to test yourself. It's also for fun. Like getting in Cypher. When we get in here, we start music. We start nodding our head. The beat playing. It's all for fun. And if hip hop ain't fun, I don't even know what it is.
Hip hop is your God place. You know what I'm saying? It's like where God speaks through you when you're writing or you're freestyling or you're singing or whatever. That's God speaking. You know, if you're in touch with yourself. And I think some of the best MCs out there are like speaking their gospel. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is our gospel of the times and the youth today. They're just telling us their story. I mean, that's, the Bible is full of, negative and positive stories, and that's what's happening in hip hop. And so we're writing our story,
Spirit to me is like inspiration. Like I look at the guys out there that's doing what they doing, that's doing it the best. And I get inspiration, like, and some of those songs may touch me in a way it make me want to do music.
Life, a 9-to-5 security job. Everybody trying to shake me and trying to get me robbed. Snatch me, jump me, leave me bleeding on the ground. Cause I'm from the town and I done been a scroll for like 4 to 5 years. Matter of fact, I done cried 4 to 5 tears. Next door neighbor, she in the hospital. Blood clot ties with baseball bat. I'm going mental. Only one that had my back. And these folks, only ones that had my back. So you talk about, yeah, you roll with a gat. My mind is the gat. The words is the bullet. Sprat, sprat, sprat. 15 rounds hit your chest. The name is number 86, and yes, I'm the best.
Ay, a la mierda. See, that part was written. Now I'm freestyle, strictly spitting. What up, dude? I'm just kidding. Their name is Figo. By any means necessary, even illegal. Okay, peligro, that means danger. I don't trust strangers. See, in this life, we have a little happiness and a little anger. Okay, now I'm back to the basics. You know?
Yo. See, I'm the piece to paint the master, the slaves with the painter. Oh, I'm so sick with the words, watch me flip them. I flip them like O's and keys. No, don't catch me on the corner selling O's and keys. I flip spits and sell them. All these other cats, they be talking about how jealous they is because I am one of the sickest in the Bay Area. Yes, it's me, M to the chest, spit it from the chest like open up the arteries. I'm too sick, it comes from the heart of me.
Look, I can keep on going for hours. I spit clean like I write in the shower. Yeah, I heard it before now, baby, I'm cool. C-Mac, baby, high will get old school. And get just like your boys kicking on the corner. C-Mac, baby, I am a warrior soldier. Look, I'm fresh off the island. Give me 10 hours and I stay freestyling.
One more round, this is it.
One more round, check it out.
134.
Yo, check it out.
What the
hell? Yeah.
Here we go. They say I got 8 bars, do my thing. I'ma do my thing. Yep, like them dudes do the same thing on the corner, but that ain't me. I am one of the nerdiest kids up in the scene. See me with the glasses, run up on you like Mahaja Muhammad Ali with a sidekick 1-2, hit you with the punch, you down on the ground and I knocked you out. All these other cats claiming that impossible is impossible. I'm too sick for this shit, it's improbable.
It's every day, so what can I say with no delay? Okay, hit them with an instant replay, acapella. Damn it, sign me to Rockefeller.
I'm telling y'all, this in them all day.
That's wrong. That's wrong. All right, hold on.
Thought about that just in terms of women freestyle, because it's something that I love to do, and I don't see. Well, when I was starting out, I didn't see a lot of women doing it. You know, when me and one of my girls was like, oh, okay, we getting tight, and we would go to the club and we would get in a circle. And I remember this one particular night, you know, the dudes was just kind of like, and they would move the circle. Like every time we would jump in the circle would be on the other side of the room. Like they would just dissipate, and they would just, you know, just kind of be like, we ain't trying to get down with y'all. And so we wasn't really aware of it until afterwards, you know, after the event was over. But we kept following them. And what began to happen is they started trying to freak us, you know, just trying to like back us up into the corner and freak us. And we busted out some routines on them, and they didn't just with us no more. They was like, oh, my girl just like went down, came out between the legs, the dude's legs. It was like, no, you ain't gonna back me into the corner. You know, she like broke down and came through his legs and came up and started hitting, and they was like, oh, these girls is raw. And then we just started tag teaming and doing routines, and then that was kind of a moment of paying dues where it's like, oh, they tight, you know.
It is about being really bold and, you know, just being raw. And so giving that time and a safe space to really go there has helped me. But I think there's a lot behind the phrase dance like nobody's watching, you know, because for me, that's when I dance my best. And it's not really about everybody else who's watching or in the cypher even necessarily. For me, it's just kind of like catching spirit, you know, and really feeling like I'm being moved, and I don't know if it's my own free will always, right, that it's just I'm dancing.
It's a connection between the hip-hop eras, because, you know, like, you know, you have Eric B and Rakim and all them in their era, then you got Hyro and all them cats in the next era. and you know, the hip hop cast before passed the freestyle down to the next generation, you know, but I guess our generation, it was kind of hard to pass it down because they couldn't see it on TV anymore. So it's like, you just have to keep preserving it and passing it down. And if it's important to you, then you'll share it.
It's about spirituality, and that's one of the differences between battling and spiritually getting open.
Do you like it? Do you want it? Like I want you. Let's get to see. Let's get to see. Do you like it? Let's get to see. Do you want it? Let's get to see. Like I want you. Let's get to see.
When I see somebody get on the floor and they, do things to their body that seem to define all odds, and they're either popping and strutting and spinning and doing whatever, there's meaning to it. You know, there's an origin to that dance. There's something that they're trying to express. And those who are a part of that community will pick up on it and be like, man, I feel you. Not like I see you. They'll be like, I feel where you're coming from on that.
This is the essence, the question of hip-hop. Before hip-hop was packing guns, before hip-hop was VH1, before hip-hop was on the run, before hip-hop was even known by big pun. Articulation is the demonstration, rhyme manifestation. Right now we be taking you back in the year of 19 how long? When hip-hop was made in Jamaica, come strong. The boy call Uriah, my first one for spit. Intelligent lyric upon the beat like a diss. A diss side, them boy, them I grab the microphone and start to massage the beat with the tone.